Welcome back, trainers. So in this video, I'm going to be maxing out my 2000 CP Dragonite. That is a 100% IV. Gonna just go for it all the way there. I don't have anything that's really like a 15, 10, 15. I have a 15, 13, like 15 Dragonite with Draco Meteor, but I'm not gonna power that one up. And if you're wondering, why would you ever want to switch your Draco Meteor on your last Dragonite that was 100% IV to an Outrage? Because it's simply not as useful. You will be in the battle, you do a Draco Meteor, you're doing Dragon Tail, you're almost to the fully charged up thing. You need to get off that charge bar, otherwise you're going to be wasting your DPS time. And then all of a sudden, you get hit with a charge move and down you go. And I'm talking about a duo specifically here. So it's just not, as useful as Outrage at this point in time. So Outrage is always going to outperform it, period. So anyway, we're going to go in here and max out Puff here. This is a 100. So I just want to make sure I go in. Next time we have windy weather, I don't want to be thrown off guard whatsoever. I want to have all my dragon Pokemon ready to go. They're all maxed out except for one Rayquaza that needs one more power up, which you don't need to do that. But everything else is maxed out. So yeah, it's about time I do this because I was unfortunately unable to find another Latios and duo it with Scarlet because of conflicted times. I mean, I have a schedule, she does, so it's just kind of difficult. But we still have 16 more days, right? May 6th they switch off to do this. So I'm pretty confident, hopefully we'll get windy weather again and just be able to do this at the perfect time. So Latias, though, is actually not doable even in windy weather. I'm pretty sure you're going to have to trio that. So at least I'll have a team of completely, beefed up dragons ready to do that when that happens, and or a duo for Latias if we do get windy weather again. So I have no problem spending the Stardust right now. As you can see, I'm pretty loaded, and that's after maxing out my other one and powering up my other Pokemon a few times with that 10,000 button. So I'm pretty stacked. By the time I'm done powering this one up all the way, I'm still going to be well over 5 million Stardust, so I'm okay. That event did me well. So it has ended today as well, the Earth Day event, where you get 3 times Stardust for those specific Pokemon. And it is done. It's going to seem so slow collecting Stardust compared to before, having a star piece continuously running. I'm down to 2. I've never been that low. I've always stayed around 15 to 25. I'm using them at good times when I know I'm going to continuously grind, and that's about it. But this event, I continuously had them going because, well, the Stardust was outrageous, and I couldn't afford to catch 10, 15 Pokemon without having that star piece on. It would be worth it even then, because the amount of dust you're getting per Pokemon is so crazy that you might as well just put it on even if you're going to catch a few. So anyways, bringing this up pretty nicely here. And yeah, I mean, I have to splurge sometimes. I was doing this right here to prepare ourselves for later, but unfortunately, like I said, we were not able to find another one due to time, and all that stuff. But we still have plenty of time. Maybe we'll be able to pull this around next time. I also had another idea for PvP, and that's like a CP cap, like a total CP cap, not like, oh, that Dragonite's over 3,500, you can't use it. Although that could be a rule that can be implemented into PvP. But what I'm talking about is a total number that you have once you've picked your 6 Pokemon, and that's it. So say you go in with 6, right? And the maximum number is going to say, I'm just making up a number here, like 8,500 CP total, all right? That means you're not going to be able to just pick all 3,500 CP around there, Pokemon. You're going to have to even it out between lower ones. So you can throw in your Dragonite, for instance, 3,500 CP, right? And then you can throw in your Blissey. So you get the idea there. You have to figure out what you're going to be doing in terms of what you want to throw into battle, because if you try to pick, oh yeah, all my 3,000 plus CP Pokemon, it's going to go over into the red until you bring that number back down under 8,500. So I mean, that's another possible way you can implement PvP, a very simple and subtle way that has nothing to do with the mechanics or how it's actually the playing is going to occur. But that's just, I don't know, some sort of Pokemon management, so nobody can go in there with like tyrants. Even though that would be fun, and I'm sure you can pick a free-for-all mode, but we're bringing this Dragonite up almost to max here, guys. And then we're going to go ahead and take a look at a raid, which is pretty cool. It's going to be all fairy type charge moves only against a Machamp. Now, I have to get creative here because all the Pokemon also have to be unique. So yeah, this is going to be pretty fun. I did this yesterday. I was planning on uploading it today, or should I say earlier this morning, but that windy weather came and I was like, oh, well, And then I was inboxed and asked if I wanted to do it. And I was like, yeah, of course. So went around, looked around for a bit, and then we found it and we did that. Otherwise, this all fairy charge move unique, all 6 unique Pokemon video would have been up earlier. I had fun, and I haven't had this feeling in a long time where I was just super excited to try this out. And I knew it was going to work. And keep in mind, it is in cloudy weather, so they are weather boosted. And I do believe that is the last power up for Dragonite. Yes, indeed. 100% IV maxed out, my second one, including that Rayquaza there. That is a nice looking Dragon team. Alright, so no more getting caught off guard when we get windy weather. So we can just go, get it done. I have the Pokemon, no changing moves, no powering up. It's just going to be bingo, bango. Let's get it, and that is fantastic. So with that said, let's go ahead and check out this raid that I had a blast doing, and I encourage you to give it a shot too if you have the Pokemon. Don't just go spend all the Stardust trying to do it, but if you want, hey, do what you gotta do. Okay, so first up we have a Gardevoir with Dazzling Gleam, then a Donphin with Play Rough, then a Mew with Dazzling Gleam, and then the Slacking with Play Rough. And I was just checking what moveset, so it had a Steel Quick Move, and then a Clefable with I think that's Moon Blast, yeah. So that's a little bit different than the rest. And then a Persian with Play Rough as well. And like I said, you've seen the weather boost in the beginning. This is really fun. I haven't seen anybody do this yet, to be honest with you. Defeating a Machamp with all fairy charge moves and unique Pokemon as well. Obviously here, the Gardevoir is going to be doing the most damage, but it's also weak against that Bullet Punch as well. So it's still always nice. I don't know, I feel like Gardevoir is a little bit underrated. That, or people just don't realize it has so much potential. It's so strong with Confusion and Dazzling Gleam. To be honest, I have 100. I want to, evolve it, and I want to save those candies, right? Some people were telling me, oh, well, by the time that comes out, you'll have plenty more. Like, I'll have a little bit more, maybe, but I don't really see them that often. So I'd rather just hold off, because if we have a new fighting champ on our team here in the meta, I may want to power up a couple of those. So I'm gonna hold off on evolving another Gardevoir, and then you're gonna need a male routes. Okay, so male routes with good IVs is gonna be your best bet. I transferred a couple. I don't know what I was thinking. They didn't have like the best IVs, but I shouldn't have done that, because I should have kept what I had. Because I'm trying to, it's kind of hard to find a male routes with good IVs. Maybe it's different for you and it's the opposite. It's hard for you to find a female one with good IVs. But at the moment, it doesn't matter, male or female. It'll go into a Gardevoir either way. When Gen 4 comes out, we'll just have to wait and see how that works out. They'll probably make it gender specific. So if it's a female, it'll go into Gardevoir. If it's a male, it'll go into Gallade. And that's that. And, you can get Gardevoir as a male in the main series games as well, so it's not a big mystery. Anyways, with that said, we're looking great here. Look at that. Mew is tearing it up, and down he goes. He puts in so much work. It's because it can take so many hits. And in with the hilarious Slacking here, it was doing something weird, because if your Pokemon faints and you're just tapping the screen constantly and you don't even let up, even when your Pokemon is fainted and your new Pokemon enters, they do this like double attack, and you're not doing double the damage. Okay, it's just glitched out. And just to let you know, it's actually not good, because it slows your progress. So for instance, you're doing this double attack, it charges up your bar quicker. Your bar is full, but it's really not full. So when you do your charge move, you're wasting your time, because it's going to go right back down, and then it's going to fill right back up. So if you're thinking, wow, I just got off a charge and it just filled right back up, the damage you did is not real. It's not going to go. So there we go, 12 seconds. Finished it off with Clefable. Nice. You don't see that too often right there. That's a cool shot. So I hope you enjoy that, trainers. Pretty fun. Give it a shot if you have the Pokemon and the resources, because I had a blast doing this. And remember, I did that in cloudy weather. There was 12 seconds left, so there's not much time to spare if you do not have cloudy weather. So keep that in mind. With that said, thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all on my next video. Take care.